Got that reach. Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Hector Mutt.
This bout is scheduled.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be...
We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. He misses with that jab. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Good counter punching. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And he scores with the counter. Beautiful counter punch. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Can you imagine walking into this town? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your partner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round. Hold it right there. Camacho in serious trouble right now. Let's talk about Khan in that. We've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
These are my kind of fights. Boxing on the edge of the ring. Use the jab, use the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
They block the jab. Camacho is in trouble. Camacho goes down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Nice counter. Talk about Hector Camacho in that act. On to the third. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
He blocks the hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't score with that right uppercut. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Camacho in serious trouble right now. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Hector Camacho. What a... Here we go to the fourth round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is he going to punch himself out, though? He just misses with that jab. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Camacho is buzzed. Despite... Oh, wait a minute. Camacho. And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown. Back into the fray here in round 5. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything pull back because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Tried to score with a jab. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Catch and shoot. Can't score with that jab. Nope, that jab not going to score. No rest for the weary. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They exchange punches. A perfect counter shot. They miss with the jab. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in the guess.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Hector Camacho. Here comes round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Stamina is off the charts. We You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and...
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all right?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Well, then look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
His stamina is off the charts. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this fight?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Being exerted here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That counter punch caught him clean. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Another win, another...
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. Let's start a fresh start again. This could be.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
The Dark Destroyer himself, Nigel Benn, one of the greatest English champions of all time. This legendary middleweight fights out of London, England. It's the Mexican monster.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from London, England, here is a middleweight and super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Dark Destroyer, introducing Nigel Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting, 2-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Holding nothing back here in the round. Slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has been his best weapon all fight long. Good counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Beautiful. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out.
There's the bell for round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They're both trying for a knockout. Through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about winning that last round. And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Missing with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense on the right uppercut. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you just think of it. You just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
And he just misses with... Oh, wait a minute! The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. Nigel Benn down! Can you believe it? Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. Can you continue?
Let's talk about being in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down.
Back at it in round 4. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Perfect counter lands. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The jab not finding its target. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
The stamina is off the charts. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get...
Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice work to block that right uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter shot. Another scoring shot there. He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Catch and shoot. Every time they drop their goal. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about winning that last round. You know that bell was sweet music. There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Can't find a home with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. No rest for the weary. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out it.
There's the bell to start round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Those counter punches have to hurt. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Didn't land that jab. These two were made for each other. The Mexican monster's in trouble. Disaster averted.
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can't score with that right uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous.
Yeah, the hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and safe with lock and key and combination. Keep it gold and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever pay no mind and keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. Nigga left you when you shot it, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing.
Who could forget when Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou right here at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? Next to me is Johnny Nelson. Sugar Ray Leonard. He is the Grand Campeon, Julio Cesar Chavez, a man that had 90 professional fights before recording his first loss. Not many fighters in the history of this sport can say that.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Palmer Park, Maryland, a legend of the sport, the 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. Fighting out of the blue corner from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 107 career victories. Introducing El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fights.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. He threw a punch and just got countered. That hook just can't find the target. Slip to avoid the jab. Dios mío! Is Julio Cesar Chavez going to go down? Can you believe it? He put Chavez down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Julio Cesar Chavez in trouble. Oh, and Chavez goes down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight? And there's the bell for round 2. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
There's a counter shot. counterpunches have to hurt. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Nice counterpunch right up the middle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
Oh, man, you've got Swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. Insane action. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope that just...
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Quick punch scores. That counter punch caught him clean. Throws the jab and doesn't score. His stamina is off the charts. He scores with the counter. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A perfect counter lands. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. So much Sugar Ray in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. And there's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Punch, counter punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Defense is not an option for these two. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? parries away the left uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave.
And there's the bell for round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. They exchange punches. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Swing and a miss with the right hook. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this. They are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
Well done with that counter shot. Straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance.
On to the 6th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That uppercut just missed. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Beautiful counter punch. Just missed with that hook. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Nice exchange here from both men. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Sugar Ray in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a...
There's the bell to start round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Looking to land the hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Sugar Ray is down on the canvas. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. And there's the bell for round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Missing with the hook. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Power. That power might be the do or die. That power might be the...
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.